Tonight, church members are reaching out to a community after a triple murder-suicide ended the lives of a Daphne family. Kenneth Smith Jr. is accused of shooting his wife and two children inside of their home, this on Sable Court last week. And we're learning the family was members of City Hope Church in Daphne. Now, church leaders offered counseling and support services tonight, all to help cope with this terrible tragedy. Claudia Nichols was there as they opened their doors to welcome those who are grieving. And Claudia, the family is well known.
They are, Steve. One of City Hope's pastors telling me they were members of the church for almost 2 decades. He says they touched so many lives, and tonight they offered help for all those who have been affected by this devastating loss.
Very tragic, isn't it? 3 family members, and then including the husband, everyone's gone. And I want you to look at the rest of this clips here so that we can have a spiritual discussion about this tragic event.
City Hope Church Executive Pastor Dale Riles says the Smith family left a big impact in the community.
They didn't just exist. You know, they were community-minded, relational people.
Heartbreaking goodbye as family and friends face the unimaginable today, laying a slain mother and her 2 children to rest in Bay Minette.
Hundreds packed First Baptist Church for a celebration of life, remembering Lyrica Gaines Smith, 15-year-old Christian, and 11-year-old Kinsley. Our Shelby Myers was outside the church during the funeral.
Shelby, I can only imagine how emotional that day was.
Yeah, it really has been an emotional day, Lenise and Cameron. This tragedy has shaken the entire community. I'm talking classmates, teachers, co-workers, law enforcement, friends, and especially family, all hurting after saying goodbye much too soon. And heartbreak.
It's something you don't ever want to see, you don't want to ever experience.
Lyrica's cousin, Tansy Sledge Shute, says the funeral was sad but beautiful as Lyrica's niece spoke with this strong word.
She made sure that she spoke well of her and sent a message. It was just, basically just knowing what's going on and speaking up, not holding anything back. You got something to say, let the family know. Let your friends know.
I mean, that's messed up, isn't it? Messed up. Church members for almost 20 years, 2 decades, almost. And for some reason or another, this guy, the husband, decides to take the life of his own children, including his wife. I don't understand when people want to go this far and want to bring harm upon their spouse, that they have to get rid of the children as well. Why would you do that? And this right here, it made me think back to when a message I heard long ago when I first got saved, and I thought the same thing. I thought that once you give your life to the Lord, that all will be well. I thought that everything would be well, no more problems, no more worries. And this is a misconception that it needs to be more emphasized from pastors up above, because too many people think that Christianity is something that everything is fixed. And no, it's not fixed. I mean, we still, in this world, we're going to have trouble. We're going to still have trials and tribulations. Jesus told us this. So this thing where you have people that will go to church, and when the troubles arise, they don't know how to handle it for many of them. But here's the thing. I've seen over the years that there's plenty of people that go to church, but their hearts, they never have really given their hearts in full commitment over to the Lord. Many of them go to church just for it looks good on a resume for some. Some of them just go because their spouse is dragging them out. I've seen that where the spouse is just being dragged there. They don't care, but they're just doing it for family purposes to try to, have that. We don't know what the situation was with this particular gentleman that decided to take his family's life than his own. But during the funeral there, the person that stated that, they basically said, you should reach out, let others know. So it sounds like maybe something was going on, abuse within the relationship, something was going on. And I'm going to say this. Anybody, any of you out there that if you are, I don't care if this is the thing, a Christian or not, either way, if you are in a relationship and there's trouble like this brewing where they've already put their hands on you, or they're making threats and they're causing you feel in danger, you're going to have to get out of there. And when you do get out of there, don't tell them you're leaving. Don't tell them, because that's one of the most dangerous times for a woman, when you decide that you need to get out of there for your own safety, for you and your children's safety. I'm not saying divorce for those of you that are Christian. I'm not saying that, because you can leave now. Let's say if this verbal abuse, then they're one of these people that just verbally, mentally abuse you, mentally with the kids. They never put their hands on you. I believe that you need to give them an ultimatum. If they don't, look, you need to go, we're going to go to counseling. If you don't agree to this counseling, if you don't try to get this thing situated, I'm going to separate from you and I'm leaving in that form. Now that right there is a little different. Sometimes I've seen that work amongst couples where, it straightens them up. It will straighten them up for sometimes where they think the wife is like, hey, we're going to have to separate here for a bit. But even that could be dangerous, but you have to really have some discernment and know. But when people make threats, too many people don't take threats serious. People don't, when somebody says, I'll kill you, kill myself, they talk like this, or they start making threats like that. You have to take it serious. You have to. And too many people think it's a joke. I've seen it over the years. Too many people think, oh, that guy's harmless. Oh, she's harmless, or whatever. Hey, when it comes to relationships, some people's lives only revolve around that. For them, that's all that they know for some reason, and they can't separate. It's like they say, losing a relationship is like a death. It's a loss. It's a grieving. But for some, their identity is within this relationship. And why would, if you are walking with the Lord, it's a lonely journey in reality. Look what had happened with Jesus. It was lonely when the time come for him to be placed on that cross. Where were the disciples? All on the run. Peter denied him 3 times. And it's a lonely journey. And this walk, but Jesus told us that he will be with us, that he is there, that he sticks closer than anybody else. And you have to understand that your faith must be strong. You must study, pray, and try, allow him to transform your heart, transform your mind, so that when these storms and things come, you can stand firm. And even if everybody walks away from you, you lose that job that was everything to you. You lose that business that was everything to you. Your kid that you raised did everything right, and they turned their backs and damn you and turn their backs on you. You still must press forward and press ahead. You have to do this in the journey. You have to fight the fight. Continue to fight the fight and stick with the faith. You have to. This Christian journey is not easy. But one day, guess what? There's going to be no more worries, no more troubles, no more this or that sickness, no more disease. You're not going to have to worry about that. If everybody walked out on you, even your own parents, your mother, your father, your brother, your siblings, whoever. I know people all like that. I've experienced things like that. But you know what? As long as I got Jesus, that's all that matters. And it's unfortunate that these young children did not get to go about a journey in their lives to experience life. And it's sad that the wife, unfortunately, after all these years, that, she's in there. And I believe that, There's possibly that she was a woman that's like knew her marriage might have been in trouble and that she probably was just wanting to do the right thing and trying to hang in there, trying to see some type of change and trying. And maybe, I don't know if she reached out to the pastors or reached out or whatever, but you hold on to this hope. But when it comes to danger, women, when it comes to danger for any of you, if there was one time as I close this message out, in my life, I've had 3 times where people have told me about taking someone's life. And the last time it happened was a fellow employee here that retired some years ago. But when we were at work on the night shift, he comes home and his wife took everything out of the house and left a sticky note on the refrigerator and said the divorce papers will be in the mail, and stole almost $100,000 just right out of the thing. It was a messed up situation. The man, he never missed work. He was sicker than a dog with everything. And I remember we were in the truck going as we were working, and he looked at me and he said, Maurice, if I would have been home, if I would have came home and saw her moving, whoever was moving with her and whatever was going on, he said, I would have took her life. He said, I would have took her out. And he was, and that look in his eyes, and one of them guys that's ex-military, had plenty of guns in his home and things. And she probably knew that. That's why she got up out of there while we were at work. But the look in his eyes, I knew he was serious. And for some of you out there, I don't care, boyfriend, girlfriend, whether you're young, you're a teenager, if they are threatening you or if they've put their hands on you, you have to get out. It's dangerous, because if this thing, it's no fun and games with that. I had a friend, one of my friends, one more story here real quick, where his daughter, husband, that she was thinking of leaving him because he was starting to put his hands on her and act that he choked her, he did something. And then one day he took his gun and just pointed it at her and said, oh, he was just playing. He told his father-in-law he was just playing. And my buddy was pissed. He was pissed because he knew you don't play with no gun like that. That ain't no playing. But she got away from him. And that's all I wanted to say here based on this tragic story. It's unfortunate, but this is the type of things that are going on within the church. There's troubles and all kinds of things going on that we all are battling. But you have this buffoonery, false pastors, teachers, and all of these people out here talking about some of the most silliest things that has nothing to do with strengthening the body of Christ. All it does is make themselves look important and makes God look foolish, because he's not worried about these silly things that they're talking about. There's a lot of pain within the body of Christ. And we have to continue to take it head on and talk about it. As we do in this channel, talk about the issues the church run away from. Tackle Satan and his tactics and punch him right in between the chops. EvangelismforGod is your channel. My name is Maurice Braxton. Continue to hang in there, whatever you might be going through. Continue to stand firm, because God has got your back. And do not give up. And do not allow the enemy to have that foothold in your life to take you down a detour. Until the next video, my friends, take care. God bless.